Happy Sunday to you all. I hope you're having a good start to your Sunday. As the heat will really turn on today. Highs will get up in the mid-90s. It's going to feel hotter, up to 105 possibly. We've got a heat advisory now in effect for the region for temperatures feeling like 105. We still have an extreme heat watch for tomorrow. That will also extend probably into Tuesday and Wednesday for sure. Before so maybe some thunderstorms kind of knock down those highs a little bit, even down into the 80s by next weekend, which is a little more typical this time of year. We'll have to see if that comes true. And I still think the humidity will be way up there, so it's going to feel hotter. But I mean, here we are. The heat dome is in place. It has established itself, and it's pretty strong. Because it's so hot and potentially humid, an afternoon or evening thunderstorm is possible. There's a little bit of a disturbance to our north. You can kind of see some interference here, maybe some thunderstorms even coming off the ocean. We'll have to watch that. That could be a little bit interesting. I don't think it's going to do much for us, and so just don't expect it. But highs into the mid-90s today, upper 90s tomorrow. Will be like 98, 99 degrees. Same thing on Tuesday and into Wednesday. Here, a cluster of thunderstorms trying to build here on Wednesday. This is consistently showing up. So something's going on with the disturbance down here. Don't think it's going to impact us, but maybe it will help. Who knows? This high to the north is giving me ever so slight hope that maybe we'll get some winds off the ocean. But this is a heat dome, meaning like it's blocking anything and it's sinking air and it's really strong. So I don't think it's going to do anything for us, unfortunately. Until later in the week, where after Wednesday we get a little unsettled here. Here it shows a low, maybe some unsettled stuff. The high has gotten beaten down further south. This high to the north has helped to push that out of the way. So it's kind of been undermining the heat dome here with this trough out to the west. So that's been very helpful in probably knocking out the highest heights of this heat wave. And then as we go into next weekend or Friday or Saturday, there's some undisturbed or disturbed weather. This high is slipping down here. And that's why I think we're getting into the 80s versus the 90s by that point. This is truly showing onshore flow, backdoor cold front. I'd say that even bringing potential for some severe into Friday, Saturday time frame. So I'll have to watch. That's the thing with heat domes. Once they start breaking down, they give chances for there to be afternoon and evening thunderstorms, especially when there's that much heat around them, humidity. You get a little bit of a disturbance in there. You have showers and thunderstorms. That's what you're seeing here on the maps. That disturbed weather will keep the temperatures from being at its worst. Now, way late in the period, here we are on July 3rd, 4th. This is the big front that could bring severe weather, but also bring relief. By July 4th, hopefully, we get a much cooler looking pattern and not as looking as stormy, so we can have a great 4th of July. And so we'll see if that happens. If it does, everyone will find it. Welcome to the forecast. So how are we looking temperature-wise? Let's go local this time. I mean, I'm not bringing anything new to the table here today other than telling you it's going to be hot. Here's the 24-hour max temperatures. You can see they're going to get hot here. Highs up in the mid and upper 90s today. It's even showing potential for like 96, 97 degrees. Hot, hot, hot. You don't see anything really moving. Here we even into Thursday. We're in the low 90s. Remember, these are jumping 24 hours. I should have said that because we're looking at the 24-hour kind of like look of how hot it was. But here by next weekend, we see the first infiltration here, that easterly flow off the ocean. So like I said, maybe it will cool us down. And actually, we're seeing that reflected in the forecast. Although it does do it for a day or two, it does get a little bit warmer before we ultimately get around the 3rd. So here's the first. These are pretty typical summertime heat. Still hot, not fun, but not ridiculous. And then here we get the infiltration of that cooler air mass right in time for the 4th of July. So we'll have to see if this comes true. If it does, we could have some really pleasant weather for this time of year. So bear with us. It's going to probably take 7 to 9 days of hot weather before we really get a cool down. And probably about at least 5 or 6 before we get at least a little bit of relief as we head into next weekend. So we're starting. Today is the beginning of a good stretch of heat. Heat index values will be ridiculous. It is showing temperatures feeling like up to 105, 107 today, so that's why we got into the heat advisory. That's what slipped it up there, so it's more humid today than I think originally thought. Still feeling ridiculous tonight, and then tomorrow, about the same, but it's showing up more like 107, 108, so that's why they're flipping us to a extreme heat advisory. Then we go into Tuesday, very similar, 103, 105, so probably still at least a heat advisory. And then Wednesday, here we go, middle of the day. This doesn't look as bad on Wednesday as it does the next 2 days, so maybe the humidity will be a little less. And then Thursday is still bad with the humidity, but we got some thunderstorm possibilities here. It looks like that on Thursday are showing up. And then on Friday, not so much fun, but look, boom, due to that backdoor front, temperatures only feeling like the mid and upper 90s versus the low hundreds as we head into next weekend, so maybe a little bit better. We'll see. It's still hot. I mean, it's still going to feel terribly hot. This looks like another chance for a heat advisory into next weekend, which is what I thought. It's going to get hot, kind of cool a little bit. We have another surge of heat before potentially this front comes through later in the period, and then we can drive our temperatures down. I've talked a long time about this heat wave. We do have the chance for some rain, so the Weather Prediction Center is showing that outlook here over the next 7 days. Not a lot, but about a quarter to a half an inch possibly. And just heat and hot. All right, that's it. Have a good day. Stay cool. Get to the pool if you can. Don't forget sunscreen. Take breaks if you're out in the sun for a long period of time. Check on your neighbors. Make sure they have electricity. Check on your pets. Make sure they have water and good shade. That's all I got.